What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mark's Tips, and we will be doing another story time. So this will probably be the last video for a while because I have to upload the other ones, and I'm running out of space because I don't have an SD card. But anyway, this is story time about the chair. I'm gonna call it the chair because this whole story revolves around a chair, and that one chair is annoying. So this is still in 4th grade, and this kid Brandon, oh my god, he's annoying, was doing, like, you know the legs on the chair, he was like pulling them up and slamming my chair back. So the teacher, she's all reading the Hatchet, like the book, The Hatchet. Some of you guys know that book. So she was reading The Hatchet. So she was all like, oh yeah, we're here. Just then Brian tried to find this, but he didn't find it. So Brian went back and got some berries and God. So she's reading the book, and so he keeps on pulling on my chair. So he pulls on it, and then the chair makes like that kind of noise, and you pull on it again, and it does that noise again. Oh god, so I got annoying, so I was like, dude, stop it. Stop it. And he was all like, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. Shut up. We're trying to listen. Because we didn't have our own book, so she was just telling us the story. And got this dude. Oh, okay, so I was like, okay, just don't pull on my chair anymore. Because it started to get annoying, and then he was like, fine, okay. What? Like, not even a minute, like 30 seconds later, you hear this. And guess whose chair it is? My chair. So he had like a marker, a blue marker. I'm just guessing it's blue, but it was like a blue marker around his, a blue marker by his desk. And I was like, I just threw it. I like rolled it, not throw, like Tom Brady, just like rolled it across the classroom so he'd have to get up, get the marker, and hopefully get in trouble by the teacher. And he got up, like stood full up, and just walked over to the classroom, running over there, gets his marker, runs back to his seat. The teacher did not see any of this. She's just looking at the book. Oh yeah, then Brian did all this, and Brian did that. And it was funny because he was like, she didn't know any of this was going on. She was just like, oh yeah, I'll just keep on reading my book. So she had no clue any of this was going on. And I was like, yeah, that's what you get. Stop pulling up my chair. So probably about like 2 minutes later, she's reading the book. Brian, and guess what you hear? Guess what happens? Yeah, this is easy. My chair goes up again. I get his whole crayon box, open it. He's like, give me back my crayon box. Give me back the crayon box. And his name is Brandon, the stupid kid from the other story time. And he's like, give me back my box, give me it back. So I was like, no. So, okay, so he was like, give me my box back. His crayon box back. No, I better not be getting arrested. He wanted his crayon box back. And I was like, no. Oh, I was like, fine, you can get your crayon box back, right? So I emptied all of the crayons out, put them in my hands, and gave it back to him. He was like, what are you doing with the crayons? Give me the crayons too. I was like, oh, okay, whoops. And I rolled all 10 of his crayons rolled it across the classroom like I did with a marker. He got up, he ran over there, got all of his crayons, ran back, sat down, and just like, why'd you do that? Stop it. I was like, then stop lifting up my chair. And so he was like, fine, okay. The teacher still didn't know none of this was going on. Just still keeps on reading the book to the class. And then he pulls up my chair again. So I was like, you know what, dude, stop. One more time. I grabbed this whole pencil box. Like, I don't know if you could roll a pencil box, but I kind of semi-rolled it, so I tried to roll it, but since it's not a circle or even an oval, you can't roll it. So I kind of like tried to roll it, but it made a huge crash sound and everything spilled out of it. Some of the classmates are laughing because they didn't know what's going on. But then I look back at the teacher, still doesn't know this is going on. Just looking at her book, just reading like she's deaf. So she's still reading the book. And Brandy gets up, gets all this stuff, sits back in the chair, and the teacher still doesn't look. So, like, 5 minutes later, the teacher's still reading because it was like reading class, but something happens with the electronic stuff, so she couldn't do anything. So she was just reading us the book. So, 5 minutes later, he pulls on my chair again. So, at this point, I was like, dude, I swear, if you pull on my chair, that rhymes. I was like, dude, I swear, if you pull on my chair one more time, something's gonna happen with that chair. Because I had no idea what to say, so I just said something's gonna happen with that chair. So I didn't do anything that time because I didn't know what to throw. And then he pulls on my chair again. When he did that, I just raged like Mortal Kombat and DC Universe. I did whatever, I just raged. And the top screen said rage. And I was just, oh my God. So I stood up, looked at the teacher, still reading the hatchet, grabbed his 2 legs on the chair, not his actual legs, the legs on the chair, the sticks on the chair, yanked it back towards me, and I swear this dude flew out of his chair, and he just sat there, just like on his back, just looking like I just got a concussion. What in the world is going on? So, he stood up, grabbed the chair, and you know, like in cartoons, like say Tom and Jerry or Scooby-Doo, where they have the chair and they're like lion taming, like trying to use the chair as a whip, and they're just like kind of like about to throw it at him, but they don't throw it on him. So it's kind of like just a like little push at him. That's what he did. He grabbed it and like kind of threw it towards me, and when he did that, I grabbed onto the like back of the chair where you put your back on. So I started pulling on it, and then it ended up where I grabbed the chair and twisted it, but he didn't let go. So now I had the legs of the chair, and I hope you don't think that I'm actually grabbing his legs, but I grabbed the legs of the chair, and then I start yanking on that chair, and he pushes the chair towards me, and the leg in my left hand loses grip, and the teacher does not know any of this is going on. She's still looking at her book. So while she's looking at the book, I'm just yanking on that man's chair. And so, alright, we're just pulling back and forth on this chair. Now I need to stop here. I'm losing money. But and then so the chair slips out of my left hand a little bit, and the leg goes through my hand, and it pokes this girl named Jess. I think that's what her name is, Jess. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was like Jessica, something like that. But it hit her in the head, like the slightest, like a little poke. And she's like, ow. And the teacher looks up from reading her book. For the first time, just looks, sees the chair in my hand and Brandon's hand. And she looks and she sees how she got poked, but the legs of the chair in my hands and the back of the chair is in Brandon's hand. So she just looks and she says, "You two are going to the principal's office now." And I was like, "Why?" God. Oh my God! So I was like, "I don't know why. Why?" She was like, "'Cause you guys are fighting with the chair." And I was like, "I'm not fighting with no chair. I was protecting myself from this little dude trying to threaten me with the chair while he was yanking on my chair." And she was like, "I don't want to hear it. Going to the principal's office now." La la la. So we're walking to the principal's office. And the principal looks at me and him. Just looks like a look like he's like checking, like kind of checking you out in a way, but not really. So he looks at me and him. And Brandon, he was white, so he's looking at me and him. He looks like, I don't know why he was looking. He was just looking at us too. And he looks and he was like, "Marcus, you have lunch detention for 2 days." And I was like, "What? Why?" He was like, "'Cause you were threatening him with the chair." And I was like, this dude did not just say I was threatening him. I was like, he was picking up my chair. I was not doing anything. But we're kind of running out of time because I have space. So, ends up, I had lunch detention, and ever since that day, I thought that principal was racist. Yep. Because he looks at a white guy and a black guy and says, "Oh, yeah, you know what, you get lunch detention.